Kev Geary does keep calling me a medical miracle, but I'm not sure that's quite the case. It's obviously went well the last 6 weeks. This was always a game we're targeting to be back for. We knew it was going to be quite tight-assed to get back, but obviously it's sort of testament to the medical team we have here. Michael Eames, surgeon, and sort of strength and conditioners with Johnny Davis and Kev Geary to get me back. Definitely the toughest operation I've had to overcome now. I really struggled right that whole week just with the pain and just with everything, and then it was in the following Monday then and back into it, trying to push it as much as I could. Michael Eames gave me the go ahead to start doing stuff, and the guys they're very, very good at the job, and they're also very inventive at what they can make you do to make sure that I suppose you don't lose too much muscle mass, lose too much fitness. I was lucky enough I was able to run quite soon after the operation, so from that side of things it was just a case of working hard, and so I was trying to keep the head down. I knew it was a tight goal to get back for this game, and I knew there was probably I needed to get to work, and the boys were very good at pushing me.
No, absolutely glad to be back. Being out for, I think it was a total of 7 weeks, it's tough watching the team and you sort of feel a bit isolated, I suppose, when you're injured. You're doing your own training sessions, you're missing meeting sessions, and to see the team play and doing so well, obviously the last couple of weeks, it's frustrating. So it's very, very relieved to get back and playing. I think sometimes with injuries there can be a bit of improvement and they can stagnate a bit, and I suppose that's where I sort of felt it took me a bit of a while to my hamstring with a grade 2 tear. I've never had that injury before, so when you get a new injury, you don't really know how your body's going to respond. Some people respond very, very well, some people a bit slower. So for me it was a stage of you need to push yourself at times with injuries. At times you just have to let it settle. So we're very lucky that we've got a great setup here with GG and JD. They're pretty much giving you your targets and the session for the day. They know what targets they want you to achieve by the week, so that's how you do it. You can't really think too far ahead. It's a day-to-day and a week-to-week progress.
The most impressive thing about any rugby player or a player who plays rugby and achieves a high standard, if they're representing Ulster 100 times, or they're an international rugby player, or they're British and Irish Lion, is just the drive and the level of motivation that they have within themselves. Because to do what they do day in, day out, week in, week out, year on year, it's not easy. It's not easy on the body. I mean, rugby is kind of the ultimate sport in its physical capacity and demand on the places on the human body. And if you're mentally weak in any way at all, you're not going to survive. You'll have either a very short playing career or a very unsuccessful playing career. So the guys that you see week in, week out that take to the pitch for Ulster, then there are a lot of self-driven, highly motivated individuals who are working towards a common goal for Ulster Rugby, which is to win the league or win the European Cup. And I think most of the players have expressed that in recent years in their interviews, and when we achieve that, then I think that's going to hopefully happen soon. Yeah.
It's not about me as an individual. I'm fortunate that I work alongside other physios, Alan and Dave, Kyle, who looks after our soft tissue, Dr. Webb, and then our S&C coaches. So everyone's involved in the injury recovery process, including our coaches and the player himself. So to get to that end stage and see that player coming back out on the pitch is rewarding for us all, not just me.
Yeah, well, that was when I got the injury, in the autumn internationals. I knew that this was going to be the main part of the season for us. We've done well up to now, but obviously if we lose these games, it really doesn't matter much. So yeah, I mean, this is what it's about. This is why you want to play the game. This is why you want to play for Ulster, these big matches and the pro games and the big European Cup games. So it's luckily I've got myself back, and I was a bit concerned about how my lungs were going to last week against Munster, but I felt like I got through the game okay. Got 67 minutes and battered and bruised and sore. I think I forgot how sore this game is, but delighted to get back, and now the next 2 weeks is going to be pretty massive.
Rugby very much a psychological sport, and we need to make sure that come Friday night at 8 o'clock that we're ready to go and we're where we need to be to sort of prove that we're worthy of a home quarter final, if you like. It's something that we're not really talking about. We know obviously in the back of our mind that's the carrot we're playing for, but ultimately we have to take these 2 games in isolation and make sure we prepare right for both of them and make sure we're in a good place, because we know when we're in a good place we're a hard team to beat.